one of my favorite topics. What annoys us about church/church people?
Oh my gosh. I can write a book almost the size of the Bible about
66 books of what I don't like about people at church.
yeah.
So, do you want to start? Anything come to mind, or shall I?
You can start because I have so many stuff that I don't like about. Yeah,
This is about to be a really long segment.
but
Also,
I only mentioned like few of them.
okay, this is like we want we as in the viewers, myself, we want to know what really annoys you, not little things. We can get to those later, like the things
Yeah,
that just like low key piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can say that as a Christian. At least if you're like not a judgy Christian.
man, I'm already judging myself. I'm like, man, am I? I'm going to hell for all this stuff.
So that's my first thing. I don't like judgy Christians at all. Like one thing that my boss at work says is she's awesome. She always gives good advice. She's like afford grace. She's always like saying things like that and giving people more grace. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it because I think I'm judgy, and that's why I don't like judgy people. Because how ironic, right? We don't like humans don't like things that they do in other people, but they be doing it. Like that's so like I don't like judgy people, so I am and I try to be very like a new age Seventh Day Adventist hippie kind of Christian because I don't think the traditional way is the right way at all. I think it was for its time. And times have changed, and so when you stay the same, things don't work. Like your ministry fails. Like, so I don't like judgy people. They just bother me and they're annoying and they give this is gonna be a title of a YouTube video in the future, coming soon hopefully, is You Give God a Bad Name, and it's a play on You Give Love a Bad Name by John Bon Jovi. You give God a bad name. That's like the concept.
Oh,
Anyway, so judgy people, don't like them.
okay,
Excuse me, judgy Christians, don't like them.
okay. Uh, my turn.
Go. Yeah, we'll go one by one. We'll bounce back
Okay.
and forth.
I don't like those preachers that they go in there and they start asking questions. So how much time do I have? I said they be preaching like for an hour, and yeah, I don't like those preachers
Why? Because they actually just don't
because you
care,
already
or
know exactly how many times you have to preach. At least when I used to be a first elder in my church, every time that I invite someone, say, "How much time do you need?"
yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah, and 'cause I know a lot of people that they will start preaching or they start talking for 30 minutes and they say, "Okay, now let's start with the sermon. Let's pray." I'll be like the Rock. I will put my eyebrow like, "What?" So I don't like that.
Yeah, because then you're sitting there like, okay, I didn't sign up for this long service.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna be at lunch by now. I am hungry.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's not funny when preachers like to do that. Oh yeah, I'm closing soon, but they're not.
They like,
Oh my god.
and to close. Oh, but let me tell you something. And then they go like, I used to get up and just
Walk out.
yeah.
So I'm trying to be myself, right? But man, some of the thoughts I have. So this is a thought that I don't know if it's Christian. Let me know in the comments. But once I have a little bit of doubt, I'm thinking it's not a Christian thought. But I'm just like, do you not have friends? Like, obviously, this can't be the only time that you talk to people.
Yeah.
Why are you talking so long? Get it together and sit out. Like, if you had friends, you would know when to be quiet because they would tell you. So it makes me think a lot of preachers don't have friends. They go, "Oh, this is my
Yeah.
time to shine." Like, no, no, no. This is time for God to speak, and you should be quiet.
Yeah.
But I was a preacher, so I have an inside scoop. So please, I was that guy one time, but then I realized I don't like preaching long because one, I think it's boring. I think it makes it about the person versus God, and I know that our generation has a short attention span. This was pre TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, whatever. I was preaching a bunch. And I'm like, man, 30 minutes is like 30, 45, solid. After that, you just, what's going on? Unless the spirit is moving, there's no reason for you to be yapping.
There's some preachers that they start preaching and like it get me so involved. They could preach for hours. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh wait, no, this is good.
Yeah, because it's like a movie.
Yeah.
They bring you in, they draw you in. Those I love a good sermon. Like my favorite part of church. I mean, we shouldn't go to the positives yet. Still on the hate.
Okay.
Still on the hate rate. um, so that was me. That was you.
That was me. Yeah, your turn now.
And what was it again? So I can remember.
When preachers, they
Oh,
have
yes.
long sermon and
Yeah, no. In addition to that, like piggybacking on that is long prayers. I know you hate that. I hate that. Why do you think it is okay to hold someone hostage in your prayer? Who do you think you are? Like, I don't like that, bro. Like, yeah, like keep your long prayers, your personal prayers, like with God at home,
yeah,
with your family, by yourself. Like, it shouldn't necessarily be something that you're unless the Spirit is leading, which isn't always the case in church.
there are people in churches they're like a fire when they praying,
They're like a fire.
a fire,
Tell me more.
and every time they hear an amen, it's like you putting wood in the fire, and that's when they keep going and going. You say amen,
Oh, you like
what?
that? Oh, I
Yeah,
got another one.
and that's
Oh,
And
church
you already
people.
say, I don't like in my church when I already knew who preached long and who preached. Every time that I saw that one of the person that preached long, pray long, was going to pray, I'd be like, no, I'm a deacon. I'm gonna stay standing. I'm not gonna on my knees, or I'll just go out.
Yeah, nah, I don't want to be a hostage to your worship.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. I feel like it just seems wrong. Anyway, so it's my turn. Things I don't like at church. So I became a Seventh Adventist like when I was 16. I think it's 2003, 2004, or something like that. I don't remember. Or two. I don't know. The point is this. I've seen church folk, I guess this is a form of judging, but like when someone comes into the church who doesn't dress according to the dress code, right? Like whether it's a woman or a girl with a shorter skirt, tighter clothes, whatever the case is, anything that's form fitting, right? Or shorter or tighter than what Christians are used to in their small circles for church, and they just like treat the person like they're not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
I'm like, that is the opposite of what you're supposed to do. If you're a greeter, greet. Do not shun. Like, your personal agenda, your personal opinion, your personal comfort zone is irrelevant. This place isn't about you, you know? Oh, this is really actually getting me upset. That's it. I'll stop there because I'm not trying to get mad. I just don't like that. Like, you're giving, like, why are you putting your personal agenda on people?
yeah. And you're always gonna find someone that will come to that person like, hey, thank you for coming, but next time that you come, please wear better.
Thank you for coming. But if you come back, you better get
Okay.
and let me take you to, what is it called? Fannie Mae's. No, what is the place called? I'm going to take you to Payless. I'm taking you to Walmart to get you some clothes. Like, Walmart? What is I don't know.
Yeah.
This Frugal Fannies. That's what it was. Like, no, man. Stop it. Yeah, so, your turn, right?
Yes. When I'll stay with the preacher or the sermon.
Yeah, go for it.
When the
I see you hate
preacher,
preachers. I love this.
no, it's just
I'm just kidding.
it's when I go to church, I want to learn something new.
Yes, me too.
And their preacher, with all my respect to them, whoever does that, that when they preaching, they just telling the story that is in the Bible, and they just narrating the story,
Instead of
teaching me something new about it.
like a different perspective or
Yeah.
a new nugget that we didn't know about.
Yeah, that made me feel like they didn't prepare, and they just like to preach at church in church. It would be good, to someone that never I never heard about the Lord, or doesn't know anything about the story of the Bible. But don't come to me telling me the story of Adam and Eve and just tell me narrate me the entire thing, and then at the end doesn't tell me something new. It's when I do something new. But anyway, that was not my thing. My thing is when the preacher
That was
do
not
the
thing.
when the preacher do the calling
Mm-hmm.
and nobody get up. There's only one person in church that will go to the visitor, like, come with me, come.
People do that?
Well, that they do that in the Spanish churches.
Nah, don't, that's
Yeah,
that's extra.
and they will go and like,
That
look,
is.
I will go with you. But yeah, let's go. And the person like, no, I don't want to go. Yeah, but come. The Lord is calling you right now. So
The
every time
Lord
that I
isn't
see that,
calling them. You are.
yeah, every time that I see that in Spanish churches, I'm like, they don't want to go.
I am. I don't. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's bonkers. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have any more. I think we can stop there
Okay.
for now. There's
Cool.
plenty more, but I'm like, do we share them all in episode 1?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, if you know, please comment what exactly you don't like from church.
Yes, whatever you don't like in church, share it. So, also, quick disclaimer: I always forget to do this when I'm thinking about putting a great podcast together. This channel, this podcast, and the comment section is a holy space. So I don't want any haterade. If it doesn't pertain to the podcast where you're adding to the discussion, we don't want it, right? We don't want actual hate. You want your church experience. You want your comments, your point of view, your feedback, your ideas for things that you want us to talk about on the podcast, stuff like that. Like I want to build a good community where we can come together, and just vibe, bond, get to know each other through the internet. Because who knows who's going to reach this, or who's going to see it. So I want positivity, I want good energy, and I want learning, I want growth. And if you have questions, topics you want us to talk about, whatever. You think something's funny, let us know. If you like his glasses, let us know.